Okay, so I was literally just checking a geo for out of habit, out of habit, and I clicked the feed thing because I see there's one there, and I see this. This was literally like fucking 2 or 3 minutes ago, and yeah, uh, let's just get into it. How to make a new save for it, because yeah, like last time with Gabriel and all that, yeah, it's Ken this time. Wonder what time period this is gonna be. I sigh and grab Ken's card, trying to ignore its macabre design. I hope others would forgive me. Take a deep breath and do whatever these mysterious forces obviously want me to do. Place his card next to Virgil's together in my hand. Immediately they start to glow and vibrate. Throw out my other hand to try and keep from falling, but soon the light envelops everything around me. And I'm falling. Oh, this is new. How the hell? Touched the card and there was that flash of light, and now, trying to find my footing, I take a cautious step forward. Ground is suspiciously soft. Take a deep breath and a confident step, immediately falling over as the floor collapses under my weight. Expecting my fall to my death, I'm pleasantly surprised when I land on a soft, shifting layer of some strange substance. It's almost how I imagine it feel to walk on a cloud, albeit dark and stormy one. Using that as a guide, I pull myself up and continue forward with caution, treading as lightly as possible. Can't seem to make any progress. Why would the car send me here anyway? The occasional soft boom in the distance reminds me of thunder, and I wonder if I'm somewhere high up enough to be in the clouds. Ignoring how ridiculous that sounds, I technically have to be somewhere, right? Maybe some kind of mountain? Was New Orleans closer to Appalachia than I thought? It's impossible to tell which direction I'm walking in. Could be going in circles for all I know. Keep walking. Hello? Is there anyone else there? Feeling worn out, I should stop and rest. No, stop. Feel a rush of cold wind behind me, causing nerves to shudder all along my spine. Before I even turn around, two beams of light pierce through the smoky black darkness on either side of me. The air around me begins to vibrate. Images of my impending death start to flood my mind. I'm paralyzed. Try to sputter out a few words, refusing to look behind me. No, please. Hear something grunt. Sniff around, breathe on my neck. Lights blink. He blinks. Run! To the floor. No, it does not matter. If I die here, it won't be because of him. Take a deep breath. Out. Taking the first step is always the hardest. We have to. Snap to attention and rush and dash forwards. The earth gathers under us like a loosened rug, and eventually we gain our footing and push away into the darkness. The follows close behind, its burning gaze nipping at our heels. I to focus on a single point in the dark, but it's of no use. Earth beneath us continues to not make itself with each step. We're not gonna make it. No, we must. God's above is this. A beam of light pierces through the dark black clouds and stretches towards us. It's so bright it looks like solid gold, like we could reach out and grab it. This feeling, it's been so. It's too late. He's upon me. Just as his claws dig into my back, I feel the warmth of the light touch my outstretched hand. Pain on my severed spine melts away, and I feel myself pulled into its embrace. Well, this is unexpected. I'm on some sort of paved road, but it's so smooth. Perfectly smooth. and really long. Did someone really lay all this target by hand? Look up at the lights dotted across the length of the road. They keep going for miles, piercing the night sky like pinholes in a paper lantern. Continue farther than I can see, past a line of trees that surround me on both sides. Feels like the middle of nowhere. Cool breeze pushes past me through the leaves. It's so quiet I can practically hear each leaf rustling in the branches. It's not so cold that I'm shivering, but there's a palpable humidity in the air that reminds me of home. Where the heck is he, and when is he this time? Well, what was my home? Shit, they probably was gone by now. I have to... Something is my shadow, growing. In front of me is another set of bright lights hurtled towards me. Fuck, he's back! I'm get blind in their glare. What the? Jump out of the way and it zooms past me, stopping a few yards away. Screech echoes through the empty valley. Crack open eye to see what almost hit me. Takes a moment for the aftermath, which was burned on my retinas to fade, but things slowly come into focus. It's just some guy riding some sort of motorbike. Long feline tail hits the kickstand, sends the engine idling, and fills the space between us. Wait, could it be? Oh, that's a really, oh, the art. It's Ken. Route 1? What? He's okay, thank God. Picking that card wasn't some kind of trick. Why does he look so pissed at me? Stares expectantly as I try to compose myself. Hey! Oh geez, okay, what the hell is he wearing? Are you fucking slow? Huh? Sneers and revs the motor, I can barely hear him over it. Trying to become roadkill speed bump. Stutter, not expecting a racially targeted insult. I knew he was blunter towards us earlier, but never outright rude. I found myself and approached him slowly. No, I wasn't actually. His eyes and sucks his teeth. So you just jump in front of bikes for cheap thrills then? There's easier ways to die, you know. She tightens. He smiles, clearly enjoying teasing me. Ah, I see now. You wanted to take someone with you so you'd have some company in the devil's waiting room, right? What a sad, sad little man. Is he being such a dick? Does he not recognize me or something? Okay, Ken, what the hell is your problem? My eyes goes wide and slowly smolder into a sharp glare. How do you know my name? But what are you... Stripping the handlebars. Who sent you? Buck, they said a detective this far east already. Detective, what are you talking about? He's backing up his bike and away from him to stop. Keep the fuck away from me, man. No, please, we need to talk. Something's wrong. We're just in that place, you know, with the others. There's in the eyes searching for something. Something we both know is true. He has to remember that wasn't just some dream. Ken, please. Shakes it off and whips the back of his bike around, starting the engine again. Just leave me alone. Ken! The yell gets caught by the loud rip of his bike's motor, and he leaves but me behind in a cloud of exhaust. Choking the fumes start to tear up. Watch as those headlights disappear from view. He's gone. Again. God fucking damn it, I was actually glad to see him. Fall back against the railing and slide onto the cold ground, feeling those tears begin to stream down my face. It wasn't Ken. Not the same Ken I knew. He was the first to disappear. He looked straight at me, his eyes full of terror. Just now his eyes were full of confusion, disgust even. Did those moments in the Golden Place routine us mean nothing to him? Face starts from crying over him earlier. Fuck. My snout praying nobody else passes by to see this pathetic display. Whatever I'm feeling about Ken right now, I can't stay here. I need to find a town or something. Get up and dust myself off, looking the direction Ken went. It's a safe bet that it was towards civilization of some sort, or at the very least some sort of rest stop. Don't have money, but if they're offering work or whatever it takes until I can figure out where I am and how to get home. Taking a deep breath, I start plodding forward. Being unable to see how far the road ahead of me stretched was made. Each time I made this feel daunting, but I have no other options. Seriously, what time period is this? God. I guess that's going to be explained when we reach the town or whatever, but still. When I looked over the railing earlier, it was a straight 20-foot drop in the wilderness, no ladders. I pull myself and continue on, trying to keep my mind busy to distract from the dull task. Wonder if I'm still in Louisiana. I can tell it's still spring from the sparse new growth and surrounding nature, so I don't think it seems like time has passed. It doesn't feel like home. It feels off removed from what I know. It's really late, too. Aside from Ken, there aren't many other vehicles. This kind of road seems extremely newfangled, so many people just don't know about it yet. There aren't many scuffs or tire marks. This could have been built yesterday for all I know. That bothers my mind the amount of main source of my panic, not knowing. Met Virgil, a bunch of unexplainable things happened. I met the others, and then it's true, I can feel the fatigue in my body and stop for a moment. No, wait, I can't stop now, not until I find an exit. Trudging forward for another 30 minutes, I eventually get to a bend in the road with a steep incline. This will bring me closer to the ground at least. Maybe I could climb down? Slowly approach and look down from the top of the ram. Just as I could slide down my butt. Stood on the edge, holding my tail. Gulp, scooting down an inch at a time. So far, so good. Uh-oh, I'm turning. I consult myself, I do a 180 and catch a rough patch of asphalt, turning my slide into a full-body tumble. Roll down what feels like hundreds of feet before I hit the bottom with a dull thud. Oh, fuck. Can't breathe. I'm not in the mood to fucking fully act right now because everyone else is home, and I don't want to fucking do that shit. I'll be bruised all over tomorrow. Pull myself up the road and look at my gravitational adversary. It's only a 10-foot drop. Well, at least nobody saw that. What the fuck did I just watch? Busted. Stiffen up, there's someone else here. Turning slightly back over my shoulder. Hello? Is that a possum? It's dark, I can't see who's talking. It's like it kinda rough around the edges. Two voices, I'm outnumbered, this could be bad. So you find it now, but only so many feet ahead. All I see are two vague outlines, one smaller, one bigger. Show yourselves! Silence, some muttering. Affirmation. Go, turn your blinders on, half brightness. Roger. The fuck? Another flashlight, and then two men clad in leather leaning on their bikes. Tall, imposing otter with a lit cigarette hanging from his lips smiles at me, tipping his hat politely. Across from him is a short, lanky pine marten, arms crossed and expression skeptical. Friendly enough. After a moment, the otter ashes his cigarette on the side of his boot and walks over to me. Martin flashes an exasperated look before shrugging and turning away, scoffing to himself. Hey there, fella, you lost? This ain't exactly a walking kind of road, boss. Not great for hitchhiking either. You could say that. I'm not supposed to be here. Or rather, I need to find a town. Are you two headed this way? I wiggle at Martin, who continues to ignore me. Yeah, we're still a few miles south out from Shamrock. Sham. Fuck. Just cover the pin on my lapel. Having forgotten to take it off beforehand, the big lug doesn't notice and continues on. Me and Cole were just taking a quick smoke break. Colt and I. He dismissively had Colt before turning his attention back to me. Promise the bar wasn't a bite. Right. So would you mind giving me a lift? I hate to impose, but... We'd be happy to. Isn't that right, Colt? Sucks in his teeth and pushes off his bike, heading my way. Stopping just short of stepping on my shoes, he sizes me up before getting right in my face. He's kinda cute despite being pissed. Just because Jesse has decided to trust you doesn't mean I won't keep an eye on you, boss. The big guy's named Jesse, huh? Can't say it really fits. Well met, Colt. Jesse, I'll try not to be a burden. Oh, and my name's Gray. Ain't no trouble, Gray. Helping folks out's what we do. Really now? Smelling a Colt and filling in the details. So he just nods and hops back in his bike, backing up to face the road ahead. That won't be difficult, it seems. Follow Jesse over his bike, trying to whisper him discreetly. Is he mad at me? Oh, Cole. He's just a little uptight is all. He's right to be careful, especially in these parts. Speaking of, I couldn't help but detect some twang in your voice. You wouldn't happen to be a fellow Southerner, would you? Louisiana, yeah. Pause for a moment. This Shamrock wouldn't happen to be near New Orleans, would it? Just down the scratching the back of his head. Can't say it is. We're heading toward Oklahoma right now. Texas being back that way. What's behind me? I'll be honest, I don't exactly know where Oklahoma is on the map, but I know Louisiana borders Texas on its western side. It's not too crazy jumping distance. Maybe I got drunk, imagined the whole mess with the Golden Pat place, and actually wandered the wilderness. Just a pissed off kid of mine's drunken stupor made him leave only to bump into me again just now. Well, no, that makes zero sense. Yep, that's the term I'm going with anyone asks. I was gonna drop that call honking his horn, impatiently tapping his boot against the footrest. Ain't the shit chef for the rodeo, Nancy's. Yeah, always the polite one, that boy. Come on, Gray, I'm gonna help you get on. Still no indication of time period, but okay. Grab onto his muscular arm and he pulls me onto the back of his seat. Slide a few inches down from the soft leather into my crotch. Wow, okay. Still so thick at the base, acts like a natural spacer between our torsos. I embrace the conifer and shiver at the soft sensation. Heard by accident. Sorry. He laughs, revving the engine a few times as he lines up next to Colt's bike. That's so fucking cool. That effect. But no, Mom, Poss, I know my bit behind taking the most to see. My skull wants to get your ride instead. Smiles cheek with the Martin rolls his eyes, cracking a small smile himself. In your dreams, Jess, come on. Martin revs a few times and speeds off in the night with one bike following suit. Never been in a motorbike before, so I don't know what to expect. Fucking hell, that's cool. The effects. We suddenly lurch forward, our center of gravity delicately bounced between the two skinny wheels. My stomach turned and burying my face in Jesse's tail, eyes glued shut. A slight shift in direction, I feel us lean closer to the asphalt, spinning by, threatening to grind my flesh down like a belt sander. Jesse! No, you say something? No, sharp turns, please. Jeez, yeah, that's fucking... Gas reduced our speed, the low engine now, a somewhat reasonable hum. I'm sorry, Gray, I'm used to picking up other bikers. This is your first time, then? Nod into his tail. Gotcha, there's nothing like a man's first time on the open road. Really? Shrugs. Well, it'll take a few tries, but I guarantee you'll hit it eventually. Been quiet for a while, and I get used to the sensation. Eventually, straightening my back on my eyes, watching the trees and lights zip us by. Hums to himself, clearly trying to come up with something to talk about, so I break the ice myself. So motorcycles, eh? I asked hardly how my face got out, and now realizing how asinine it sounded. Well, I mean, I met more bikers in one night than I've ever seen back home. I didn't know it was catching on. Really? 2 was the most you've seen? 3, and yes. Well, me and Code are part of the club. Don't know about the 3rd guy. I'm just for cyclists, that's rather specific. It's a bit more complicated than that, pal. Motor clubs are, well, places where me and Code are part to help keep the roads as safe as can be. Helping lots like other self-reporting accidents, breaking up fights. Fights? Something the police should be handling? Let's do, we're continuing. The cops aren't so concerned about folks like me and Cole. You guys are bikers? Not every biker's a good head, Gray. Plenty of people are just getting shit out for themselves, causing problems for everyone. It's also a lot more complicated than their occupations. It gives book pause. Reckon you already knew that, being from the South and all. Yes. I'd only be considered slightly above mustelids in this bizarre social food chain anyway. It's easy for people to connect dots that aren't really there. I'll admit. Thought he and Cole looked imposing at first, but it only took a few minutes to talk to them, and they meant no harm. Wonder if Ken is the latter type of biker. No, there's no way he'd be a criminal. Can't afford to take people for granted. We need to be smarter. I know. First sign of trouble we run, understand? Right, survival first. So like a true possum. Are you a possum too? See glow from the horizon. We're here, stay left, Jess. Roger. He's over his shoulder at me and grins. Looks like our time together's almost up, Gray. Melancholic feelings starts to wash over me. I hate goodbyes, even if I've only known these guys for less than an hour. She's shown on my face, the smile fades at the side mirror. Well, it doesn't have to be goodbye yet. I'll talk to Cole when we're done refueling. Wanna go back home, don't you? Yeah. Maybe when we're done with our business in OKC, I can see about setting you up in a ride down south. Can't guarantee you'll be right away, but you'll be in good hands. You sure? That seems like a big detour. I bet Cole want to see the big easy for himself. Just gotta convince him to add it to our list of cities. Thanks, I'd love to show you guys around. You're awful generous considering how just met, but I guess it must be part of the parts of this club's philosophy. Look at me, talking like a local as if I can actually claim New Orleans as my hometown. I do my friends show me out the second I get back, too. At least I have nice company for the time being. Right, be cautious. We pull up into a driveway, a brightly lit gas station connected to a convenience store. Colt's already filling up his bike, leaning against the pump with a sly grin directed our way. Heh, slowpokes. We creep in next to Colt's bike, and Jesse hops off, careful not to knock me over with his tail. Oh no, didn't we talk about this already? Speed ain't always the solution. Slow and steady wins the race. Nor do I need to teach you that lesson again. Colt's confidence progression falls as his eyes nervously dart between me and Jesse. He walks off in a huff toward the store while Jesse laughs at him. Was Colt blushing? I'll fill up the bikes. Here, could you follow Colt and grab a few things from inside for me? Speaking to the pocket and pulls a handful of bills, tucking them in my shirt pocket. Jeez, what are you buying, the whole store? Some confusion. Well, I reckon it's enough for some jerky and a cup of joe for each of us. Right, I'll be sure to ask for change, Jess. It's gonna be 2 weeks paying cat bones, greasy food from a gas station, go figure. Head inside. Okay, is this what time period? I'm guessing it's like... I don't know. I don't know. Head inside, knowing a few other motorbikes parked nearby on the way over. Shelves are packed with dry goods, all in neat, pre-packaged bags. These products are about the only clean thing in this joint. The dirty linoleum floors are splattered with oil, and the stained green paint on the walls begin to peel. Yeah, welcome to gas stations. Harsh lighting doesn't help, but it's still a welcome respite after wandering the road on foot all night. grab the jerky Jesse wanted, and head towards the front to order the coffees. A couple people already in line, and a queue up behind Cole, who's got something flat tucked under his arm. Hey, find what you wanted? Jumps back, Star glares at me, tucking his arms in front of him. Yeah. What she got there? Not mind your business. Well, I'm just curious. Know what they say about curiosity? Something about that phrase sparks a fuse in my brain, and I glance at the person ahead of us in line. It's Ken. The cat. That's not the full saying, but yeah. 1 cup of coffee, bag with stashes, and anything else? Yeah, you got the latest issue of Playbird. Yeah, that one. Add that on. Colt's whiskers twitch. Alright, here's your change. Deer's expression tightens and he squints, giving Ken a once-over. Hey, what'd you say your name was, son? I didn't. Have a nice day. Glenn says with that answer with a cold feeling. Turns and walks on another word. Next. Cole dashes towards the counter, leaves me alone to face Kenneth, pretending not to notice me as he sips his coffee. Fuck, this is awkward. Who the hell drinks coffee this late on anyway? Wait, Jesse also wanted some. Is it actually early morning? I need to find a claw. This is driving me crazy. Realize Ken's been glaring at me. What now? You done staring? I wasn't. Liar, never seen a black cat before? Definitely seen a black cat before. Definitely seen... okay. Anyway. God, he's infuriating. Why was I trying to save this guy again? Calm down, for all I know he's just lost and confused as I am. Need to get his side of the story. So Ken, or is it me again? Can we please talk about what happened? Jason lost his paper cup, licking his lips before answering. I have no idea what you're talking about, speed bump. Please don't call me that. Look, back and work about cards. This might be my last shot. I can listen to listen to me. When I saw you disappear, I thought that I'd lost someone important to me. Like the only person with her head on straight was gone before we could figure out what happened to us. Still can't explain how we ended up there, why the others aren't here, or why you're acting this way. For the time being, can we at least be cordial? I know we can figure this out if we work together. Starts to walk over me. Did it work? Ken? Taking right, he dumps the rest of his coffee on me. The scalding hot liquid starts burning my head for a meal. I fall blazing pain. Hear gas and murmurs all around me, including the shop curb, yelling for Ken to leave immediately. In the throbs in my ears, I hear the slow creak of leather boots next to me. His voice is sharp and breathy. Leave me alone. Won't say it again. The pitter-patter of smaller boots running towards me as he exits the shop. Jeez. What the fuck happened? The cat. That bastard, hold on here. Starts blotting liquid away with some kind of waxy paper. Thanks, I'm okay. It didn't get on my face. Sit up and see small crowd of people around me. Cole is holding a soggy-looking magazine up to my face. The worried expression breaks the cool facades that he'd held up till now. What's Playbird? I just grabbed what was nearby. Help me. More importantly, who the hell was that guy? Why does he have it out for you? I have no clue, but I brought this on myself. Huh? It's me up when I lean on his unexpectedly sturdy shoulders. Come on, let's get back to Jesse. I'm sure he's worried by now. Alright. Walk back in the parking lot and find Jesse right where he left him. He sets a gas pump back in its holder as he spots us waving gleefully. There you guys are. I thought I'd have to send out a search party. Well, close enough. He got in a scuffle back there. What? At this point, I looked at Cole. It sounds like this isn't the first time. Hey, it wasn't me. Calling it a scuffle is a bit of a stretch, but don't worry, I'm fine now. If you say so, boss. By the way, this guy in front of yours points to something just out of our left. I have to walk up a bit to see where he's standing. Ah, it's him! Instantly, I asked him across from us, staring down at him from the top of his bike. Ken. Yeah, I was asking about you. Want to know if we were cops or not? Hell no, we're not cops! Someone want to be a cop? More importantly, why is he interrogating Jesse about me right after he's saying he wants to be left alone? We're not cops. Why are you still here? I'm trying uncomfortably fidgeting in the seat. Well... Trying to pick another fight, you're outnumbered this time. Will clenches his fist and Jesse presses down on his shoulder, shaking his head. Boy, what is it you want from us? We don't want no trouble. Ken sighs and slacks his shoulders, rolling his head around dramatically to look at me. Fuck. Look, I'm sorry for before, and the other time. Should've heard you out. Even if it sounds fucking nuts. Told you to go away because, well, I didn't want the things you were saying to make sense. I wanted that shit to just stay in my head. In his head? But maybe it's a sign or something, hell, I don't know. Hannah's a load of hooey. Jesse elbows him in the side, nods at Ken, looking to me for confirmation. Think whipping out one of my grandma's isms would be appropriate. Unbelievable shite happens every day. Sometimes we just happen to notice it. Shook him bad Irish accent along with Jesse, while Colt and Ken look unimpressed. That dour glare slowly melts into a smile. You're crazy, you know that? Uh-oh, I wasn't expecting that surprise attack. My little heart. Mine was replaced by a look of somber reflection. It's just hard to tell when things are real sometimes. Jesse loudly clears his throat, breaking the silence. So, what I'm hearing is we got ourselves another trailing companion. What? Who said that? The road's a lonely place. It will be under our next destination. He looks up at the moody cat, eyes showing no fear or hesitation. Say, boy, where is your heading anyway? Looks at me as if surprised I'm supposed to answer for him. I just shrug. Ken seems flustered. Did you find Jesse genuinely intimidating? I'm going east. The East Coast, or... Sure. Ken... Alrighty, sounds like we'll head in the same way for a while then. Grabs just above the collar and pulls him down to whisper in his ear. We seriously need to have a little chat later about adding people to our posse, Jess. Come on, man. Let's keep going to the next rest point. I reckon we can make it before sunrise. Need a little shut-eye. Colt sighs in defeat and hops on his bike. Ken revs his engine and notices he had more room in the back. So, his eyes dart before me and see before turning to his usual glare. Not a fucking chance. I don't bust puppy at all, but he turns his nose up in the air. Defeated, I hang my head and walk back to Jesse's bike. Come on, it ain't so bad being back there, is it? No, I guess not. Don't know how to tell it. He keeps smothering me with his tail, probably got a heart. Fucking hell, Gray, really? Colt revs his engine impatiently and speeds off in the dark. We follow suit, Ken taking up the rear. Minutes fly by and I can tell this will be a longer trip than last time. It's starting to nod off. It's only about long car rides, or well, any vehicle really, but either way. Soon the sounds of the engines fade into white noise and I focus on the gentle rumble of the road under us, air whipping through the trees. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Celtic stuff. What? Desde Otrora or Innumeras, not. I have no idea. Fucking heck. Ela persisti como si. This is like, what? 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 What is happening? Okay, phone, get over here. That was shock. That was a shock for me. So, wow, I wonder what will happen if I... There we go. Detect language, please, and you can go to English. Okay, I'm pausing this, and I'll be back. So what it says here is that is, since long ago, for countless nights, I have the same dream. Okay, it's Portuguese, by the way. That's interesting, I guess. It says, it persists as if it never woke me up. Okay, new... Christ. This is gonna be a lot of pausing. This one is, I find myself lying deep in the woods as usual. This one is, something stirs up the birds. Good grief, okay. This one is, I see a flicker in the distance, getting close with every blink of my eyes. Okay, here we go again. Okay, this one is, an enormous beast brandishing flames of the flames rides through the night, destroying everything it touches. Oh boy, again. See ya when I get back. This one is, she sees me unprepared for the collision. This one might be a bit wrong, but it says, but every time I wake up before my movie. This one says, this was a really silly dream, foul on. Okay. This was probably wrong, but it says, but then I never told him he was silly. I don't know if that's right, maybe. This one says, yet the thoughts of mortals entertain me. So these are gods? That's a revelation. Okay. This one says, do I merely reduce myself to a toy to you? Probably a different way to say that, but that's what it says. This one says, I joke, but I wouldn't mind having fun with you if you want me to, okay? Okay, that one just got by, and I don't think I'm able to actually get that one, so... Yay, I'm done with that. Now we can get back into this. I don't have to keep pausing the video every second. Hey, you doing alright back there? Blink into consciousness and wipe the cold drool off my chin. Shit, I actually nodded off. Jeez, you're like you had such a tight grip before you passed out. No worries though, we're almost at our destination. I'm good. Could really use a good night's rest. Need a sound mind to start piecing out what's happened to me. Visiting cults seem like good people. It might take some convincing. But at the very least, they'd hear me out about Virgil. Ken, I have no idea. He's been very inconsistent every time we've talked. Look back to see his bike still trailing a few yards behind us. Glad he didn't bail. Hey, so... What's in Oklahoma City? Oh, well, I guess we'll find out when we get there. Eh? Well, we've actually been traveling for quite some time now. Started back in LA, then went from San Fran to Vegas, then Denver, El Paso. So you guys in a cross-country trip, then. Yep, we want to keep going until we get to New York. Most of the coast, that's quite the journey. We're hoping every big city on the way, too. Want to see all this great country with our own eyes. It's a romantic sentiment, one that I can't help being charmed by, even if there's plenty of places not worth seeing. Can never vouch for Oakfield. Not until the last drop of our blood dies out, at least. That's why I vowed never to have children. You two going back to California when it's all over? Just doesn't respond. I didn't mean to imply that you two had to stick together or anything. I'm sure you lead separate lives. No, you're fine, son. Me and Kilda probably stick together till we find out what we're looking for out there. Oh? Don't want to be nosy, a little curious. Can't say we'll know what it is till we find it. Jesse chuckles under his breath. Sometimes the journey is more important than destination, boss. Is that what all this is, then? Virgil? I ruminate on that as we pull into the driveway of a roadside hotel. We all hop off, our bags and stretch, Ken's back emitting a worrying amount of cracks. Walk over to Colt, who's just finished changing his bike to a post. Spies me, gives me a friendly nod, waving me over. Hey, Colt. Oh, hey, you feeling okay? A little taken by my supposed demeanor. Was all that posturing act after all? Oh yeah, Puss is pretty sturdy. I believe that cat did that to you, and in public. He scowls in Ken's direction, his ground and clutching his fists. He's complicated. I'm gonna try and give him some space. So what kind of place is this? I've never seen a hotel this close to the road. You never seen a motel before. Hotel. Motel. Guntai. Louisiana sure is backwater. Just said something weird. I fell out of the loop. Not helping my case with convincing him to give me a lift back home either. Hey, now, it's not all like that. You should see how lit up Bourbon Street gets tonight. Smartest anything I've ever seen. No, I'm just kidding, Gray. No hard feelings, honest. It's my shoulder and smiles. Shooting one back, glad to see he's worn up to me. Anyways, the motel's like a hotel, just cheaper and outdoors. It's not luxurious or anything. As long as they have beds, it should be fine. Sort of wide yawn is... God, I love this VN. Oh, the animations and it's so good. Let's out a wide yawn, his rounded ears floating back against his head from before springing back into place. Sun's gonna come out about half an hour, so I suggest we head inside before your sense of time gets screwy. So it is the morning. Great, I just got used to the daytime shift too. Didn't even consider these guys a nocturnal schedule, but highlight coffee breaks have been a hint. So who's staying with who? Bolt's eyes narrow and searching removes his eyes. This ain't a sleepover, man. Me and Jess are gonna need more time before we trust you enough to room and board together. Fair enough. With that said, we walk over to Jesse and Ken. They're standing by the check-in desk and seem to be arguing with each other. Oh boy, here we go. What's going on? He growls as he turns toward me, slamming a fist on the counter. This grifter is telling me we can't get separate rooms. That ain't what she said. Can someone please just explain the situation? No, at the front desk who looks a bit shaken by the two leather-clad ruffians. Well, we're mostly booked for tonight or today. There's only 2 single bedroom suites available with a limit of 2 people per room. I see. That certainly is a pickle. Well, I'm definitely not comfortable sharing a room with him. Ramsey calls him off. I went to Jesse staring. Me and Jess always room together anyway. Say, did you buy the... Colt loudly shushes the auto before grabbing and set the keys off the counter. Still doesn't feel right leaving Gray alone with him. I'm not thrilled about it either, you know. Since when was the talking piece linguini in charge? Careful, pussycat. These two are already shaping to be mortal enemies. Cromwell looked at Jesse, gives me an apologetic shrug. Next time we'll find a bigger place with more room. This was on short notice. It's okay. I definitely want to get to know guys better. Nothing makes for better bond than late night chat over a few beers. Sounds great. chamomile out of a few cold ones. Jesse nods and pulls Colt away from the growling panther, waving goodbye to the receptionist. Ken taps his foot impatiently, refusing to look at me. So you just do as you're told, eh? Stop being such a brat if you're that uncomfortable to sleep on the floor or something. It's not like I haven't had to wear the guy's for home food room before. Better safe than sorry. Wow. As if I'd make you do something like that. Sounds genuinely offended I suggest such a thing. Oh, sorry, I just thought... Never mind, come on. Shake it off and grab the last set of keys. Now as we walk up to the second level of the complex. Pass by the other two on our way to room, arguing about something with the door half open. I think he'd be cool with it, I don't know. I like him well enough, but having to a rub club feels too. Hey guys, everything good? Jesse nods, nervously jumping in the room and hiding behind the door. There is, me and Cooler can settle for the night. We'll see you two in the morning. Okay, night. Slammed the door and I heard the jingle of a chain lock. Turned around to see Ken rolling his eyes waiting by our door. The room was nothing special, a fold-out bed, a single small card table and a bathroom. Honestly, much bigger than the apartment me and Simone shared. Only thing missing was a kitchen I could get pretty comfortable. Ken drops his saddlebag on the ground and examines the place, looking mildly impressed. Waste of toilets in the middle of the room like the last one I stayed at. That sounds like prison. Sorry. Shoves me past and hangs up his jacket up at the door, stretching to his annoyance pop. Fuck, trying for hours at a time does a number on you. I can imagine. Whenever I'd help old Mrs. Henderson with plowing the field, muscles ache for days. I was moving down in disbelief. Didn't take you for the working sort. Ouch. Well, it's not like we know each other much. True. Prove it then. Alright. I awkwardly undid my shirt and showed my upper body. I've known my fair share of hard work. Mouth hangs agape where he shakes his head, rolling his eyes in exaggerated fashion. Please, that's nothing. Take a look at this. Before I can say anything, he whips off his tank top and pants, revealing his perfectly sculpted torso. His hair is darkly rich and dense. The light gently frames his neck and shows like a halo. Jesus fucking Christ, his gold chains contrast perfectly against his sable palette. How the hell do you get so ripped just riding a bike? Smugly having clearly won this battle. I do a set of 100 push-ups whenever I have free time. These motels can get pretty boring. Yeah, how'd you get so much definition? My stomach, sadly. Dehydration, mostly. Yours are actually healthier since you have a good layer of fat over them. There's a center of my stomach and my knees buckle from where it pulls back. Don't. Yeah, mine used to feel like that. Feel like exactly that or hit the road. Pretty much only drink coffee and beer these days. Trying to recover an unexpected belly rouse and attempt to ask my next question with a straight face. Wait, really? How do you manage to get any sleep? Maybe once every 2 or 3 days. What? You're shushing from pillow my muzzle out of shame. Ken chuckles and rolls his eyes. Yeah, I try to stay up as long as possible to cover more distance. Plus, let's say me and sleep don't get along very well, okay? Moon starts to shift and I try to be genuine with him for a moment. Are you running from something? Looks away from his arm awkwardly. Sorry, shit. Stand there and stays quiet for a while. Grab a chair from the card table and drag it over, sitting to face him. We can talk about the hard stuff, you know. It doesn't have to be today or even tomorrow. I just don't know what you want me to say. What do you want to say? Son, take some time to find the right words. There's all sorts of things I don't understand, not just with whatever sent me here either. His interest seems piqued, but your friends are commenting. Grandma, she always had an answer for everything. Don't they always? Except for when there was no answer. Hmm? But of course, the explanation for that, too. Was confused but nods me to go on. Pain isn't deserved, it's destined. What does that mean? Bad things can happen to anyone. Good, rich, good, bad, rich, war. So if one day your life takes a weird turn and it feels like the whole world's against you, it's probably not something you have any control over. But what if? His composure relaxed for the first time, ears lowered. What if you did something bad? Is it still not deserved? This is a point me and Gran never could agree on. I think that depends on whether you think there are only good or bad people. So I'm not convinced. You're not a bad person, Ken. You don't know anything about me. I don't think you would have been in that place if you were. Another bout of silence falls over us, and I can feel the energy in the air. Gears are moving in his head. Hmm? Christ, give me a sec. Some strain clears his throat. Do you ever feel like, I don't know, there's something else pulling the strings? Making you feel things, see things, hell, even do things you don't want to do? Like God or... Shift closer to me, sit on the edge of the bed. No, nothing like that at all. Sometimes, yeah, I think that's what I think landed me here with you. Why do you keep saying that? What is it you think happened? Take a deep breath and try to explain everything as calmly as possible. The bar, meeting him and everyone else in the golden place. That indescribable mixture of nostalgia and sadness we all felt. The conversation we shared. Myself tearing up by the end. Looks pensive, eyes darting around, adding up information. Ken? Shh! Sorry? Ramsey stops and nods. Ray? Yes? I think I believe you. It's more like I have to believe you, actually. I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. Good Sub starts pacing around the room, muttering to himself incoherently. No, because that would... And it would explain... Right, but... Ken? Shh, still thinking. Okay. I sigh and lay down in the bed, feeling today's journey start to weigh on me. The room having no clock or windows is a silent blessing. It's better to pretend I'm in a timeless void rather than reset my circadian rhythm. Sleep is sounding better and better as I curl up holding a pillow as Ken keeps talking to himself. Right now, the only thing keeping me awake is the smell of old coffee on my fur and Ken's voice. I feel like I could sleep for a week. Sleep. Suddenly feel the bed creak next to me. Look over my shoulder and face with Ken's broad back. Ken? Are you sure? Slides me dismissively at me, his big arm dropping like a rock and hitting the bed with a soft thud. Yep, no sense in making a fuss about it at this point. Trust you're not some freak who's gonna try and touch me the second I fall asleep, yes? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna touch you, man. Not without permission, anyway. Good. Good. Night speed bump. It's great. Pete's what I said in mocking tone before turning off the lights. I groan and toss a blanket over, trying to get cozy without invading his territory. Hey, Ken. What? What does diserto ti deseo mean? I don't know, it sounds like Spanish. No, Portuguese. What the hell's Portuguese? Dreams sure are weird. Still awake despite keeping my eyes shut for what felt like hours. I had a feeling it might end up this way. My mind is still spinning, trying to figure out what's going on. Even putting logic and the rules of physics aside, it's all nonsense. What does Virgil gain from setting me on this course? And Ken seems to be going through some shit separate from this. I don't want to complicate things. But one of the others been a better choice? Feels fucked up to say, but if the point was to save these guys, surely I would want to leave them with as little damage as possible. Wondering about it, what it can mean is pointless. Unless I get more information, I just have to go with my gut. Shift my weight and a big bed spring pokes into my hip. I grumble and flip over, hoping that helps. A glimmer of light flashes across my eyelid and I gently crack an eye open, confused. Oh no, this is gonna be bad. There's gonna be some kind of, like, horror sequence with this. Ken's asleep at least. His whiskers dance as he breathes in and out, a giant frame making the blanket rise and fall. Ken's face looks so gentle right now. What the hell has he gone through to make him act this way? Suddenly, another flash of light. Whoa, what? You can't sleep either? Shakes his head, those bright yellow eyes practically glowing. I could sort of feel you staring. Is that weird? Shake my head. No, and sorry, didn't mean to wake you up. It's okay. Yeah? I'm the one. The one who should be sorry, I mean. I hurt you. It's fine, I'm not actually hurt. Don't say it's fine. Both know it's not. That isn't how a normal person would act. Stop bullshitting me and admit that I'm a giant red flag. Tell me this is stupid and tell me to leave. I don't need to sleep and grab my bike and get out of here before the others even notice. Come on, just do it. No. Why? Why are you being stupid? Yeah, you are. Because if I did that, I'd be admitting I'm a fuck up too. What? How? You don't know anything about me either, remember? Alright, I get it. Thanks. Elaine silently in the cool night air washed over us. I've never seen such a vulnerable expression from him before. His eyes are searching again. Did you want to say something? I promise whatever it is I won't laugh. Could you hold me? Forget it, Okay, turn over. Huh? Stood up and leaned on an elbow, scratching behind my ear with the other hand. I don't think you want me to hold you face to face. My morning breath is pretty bad. You. Chuckles and turns over. Hear the sound of sniffling muffled by the blanket. You asshole. Moving close and line up our bodies. Got my arms around his midsection, squeezing firmly. Deliberately choose not to spoon him. This isn't a sexual need. This is a deep, childlike need to be accepted. Feel him purr my arms for a few seconds before silence washes over us again. Feel very uncomfortable. Just do it for him. Do it. What's going on? Nope. Nope, 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 no, no more gore. Please do not show me this dude with his fucking head gone. Please don't pull a mark. Something digs into my stomach and pushes me off the bed. Before even at the ground, I see his glowing eyes staring down at me in fear. Standing against the firewall, holding his chest and panting. Fucking hell. Ken, what happened? Stay right there. What are you? You fucker, you knew. Once the pain from the kick starts to register. and try to stand up, pulling my hands out defensively. Calm down. Don't fucking try it. Stop trying to get in my head. All those nice words, just... Oh. Whoa, that is not... Starts coughing in his throat and looking around frantically. Christ, did you put something in the water? What water? Ken, you asked me to hold you. Shut up, I would never do that, just shut the fuck up! Grabs a chair and smashes it on the wall behind him. It splinters into pieces, and he rips off one of the legs, a bent nail poking out of the end. Ken, stop. Don't. I'm not going to hurt you. Liar! Her expression suddenly cools into a flat, emotionless stare. Puts me on edge even more. You made me say those things, didn't you? No. And you used that memory to fool me. Oh, you're a clever one. Starts walking over to me, tapping the weapon against his thigh. Ken, please. A dangerous one. Just as I start to round the bed, I hear the clattering of feet outside of the door. Help! Someone slams the door with a heavy shoulder, knocking it off its hinges. Harsh daylight floods the room, and I see Jesse, his broad frame casting a shadow across the room. Bad move, son. You too? Was everyone in on this? Jesse, don't hurt. He nods and swiftly there's a distance between them, grabbing Ken's waist and squeezing him up and falls to the ground. Fucker! He's back with the other fist, shoving a knee into Jesse's crotch. No! Martin quickly gets between them, hanging off of Ken's arm like a toddler. Ray, get out of here! Takes a minute to register just how far this escalated, and I pick myself up, charging out the door into the sunlight. Gray! Let me go! Don't look back. Fuck, what the heck? No, I can't talk. I fucking can't elaborate right now. Scurried onto the hot walkway and slamming the railing, nearly sailing over it. Seemed a long way down to regain balance and push off towards the stairs, running blindly since I hit the grass. Gotta run. Escape. But where? Slow down and catch my breath, collapsing onto a grassy knoll overlooking the open road. This is so stupid. Fully awake now, it feels like early afternoon, though the skies are overcast, so it's hard to tell. Sun shines defiantly through the clouds, burning my sleep-deprived eyes. Feel a sting on my bicep and examine it to see a small cut, beads of dark blood forming towards the center. It must be from when he kicked me. One of his toes caught my arm. Feline claws are notoriously sharp, though I'm press on my other hand, wincing in pain. Ken. Tears start welling up again, not because of him this time. I don't know what I'm doing here with another group of people. People are complicated. Complications cause drama. Drama causes pain. I'm so tired of causing others pain. Bleeding starts to slow down, and I examine the cut. Furrow my brow, think about my attacker. I tried to be as careful as possible. I didn't flirt with him. I didn't take advantage of vulnerability. I didn't even look him in the eye half the time. Honestly, I don't find him very attractive at all, even though by all accounts I should. Can't put my finger on why. Maybe it's just his personality. Just like Sam. It's just like Sam, isn't it? Except with him, I hear footsteps and turn around to see Colt standing behind me, huffing and puffing. Are you alright, Gray? I think so. You're Oh, fuck, sorry. It's fine. Sit. Okay. Pushes his tail away and pops down next to me. Jesse? Huh? He's calming Ken down. He stopped trying to fight us after you left. He was just kind of staring at the wall. That's good, right? I don't trust him, Gray. I don't think he should stay with us. You don't trust me either, remember? She's twitching, looks at the ground, flustered. You're different. This life, it's a hard one. You don't meet kind-hearted people very often. You really think I'm kind? You're not unkind. Reach over and pat him on the shoulder. I like this guy. Well, I'm gonna check on the others. You get out here? I nod. Okay, stay put. Jumps up to his feet and jogs back to the motel. Not so difficult after all. So it seems. Signs stretch out on the grass, watching the clouds roll by for a while. Sound of the cars zipping by and the occasional gentle breeze almost only back to sleep, but my heart is still beating frantically in my chest. Emotions are complicated. Happy I ran into people like Colt and Jesse. I'm sympathetic yet terrified of Ken. I'm confused what any of this has to do with the Golden Place. On top of all that, I feel ashamed that I wanted to kill myself. Even more ashamed that I'm still alive and making such a show of it. Back home, I'm gonna get most lift from Jean. He'll probably say something like anything to skip out on rent, and kick me out for waiting for Simone to convince him otherwise. Actually, knowing him, I'll probably just pull that trump card I've been saving and finally top him. Get ahead of myself. First things first, let's figure out what to do with Ken. Ray! Jump in surprise and shriek, followed by a raspy cough. Ken, what the fuck? Dude, relax. Like he has any business having me to relax. Past him to see Jesse and Colt watching us from the staircase. Jesse gives me a thumbs up while Colt smiles nervously. What do you want? So I can listen to the birds singing in the trees. It's a pretty song. Sorry for hurting you. I know that's a dog shit apology considering. Simon sits next to me, leaning on his kneecaps. He's just not looking at me. You know what you did, right? No, I don't. Ken rolls his eyes and chuckles to himself. It's whatever, I'm not mad about it anymore. Okay. No, I'm probably being the crazy one here, but whether or not you remember, it hurt me. I'm sorry. Something I did hurt you? Don't apologize. So impressed if you even could. I am so lost. But in all seriousness, you have to promise me something. What a promise. What? I'm not saying that. Don't act that way around me. No, whatever, fine, Sighing, get up, still take a minute to stretch while Ken lights us up a cigarette. How old are you anyway? I'm 21. Jeez, he looks way older than that. Life hasn't been kind to him. I'm 25, that makes me your senior. Okay, you want a cookie, Grandpa? That's exactly how I expected him to respond. Sheesh, what a brat. Oh, these post-war kids really have no manners. Anyway, there's something nagging at me since last night. What? Conversation with a weird kind of experience have you had? Looks skeptical at first, but his expression becomes pensive. Give him as much time as he needs to collect his thoughts. Sky starts to shift toward early evening. I had taken up to making daisy chains or looking for four-leaf clovers in the grass in the meantime. Jesse and Colt stayed nearby, watching us carefully. The whole time, Colt came over a few times to sit with me and make small talk. I'm grateful for everyone's patience. I want things with Ken to work as much as I do. I think they want things with Ken to work as much as I do, even if it's for practicality's sake. Eventually, Ken clears the throat and I turn to face him eagerly. Okay, I wanted to make sure I ruled out the stuff that was just people messing with me. Well, there's a huge gray area with that, but still. Here we go. Deep breath. So I had to rip the radio out of my bike. I kept hearing things. Kind of things. Like I'd keep hearing my name, not just sometimes. Uh-huh. I would switch between the stations, but it never stopped. They kept talking directly to me, from Frank Sinatra to the 6 o'clock news. What did they say? You know what you did. Shivers up my spine. I've heard that phrase in my head many, many times. Whoa. What could they be talking about? I don't want to get into that, not yet. But I had to stay on the move. They're gonna get me if I stay in one place for too long. Something is clearly not clicking, though. Okay, anything else? That's the main one. Sometimes I see stuff other people don't. I think I saw it behind you back during the fight. Back when he's brandishing that broken chair, and wonder what his intention might have been, but I don't bring it up. Let's see. You have to tell me next time you see it. You want to be careful. No, not a shred of doubt behind his eyes. And what about you, Gray? Well, my grandma would talk about magic a lot, folklore from back in the old country. Where? Slide and try to say it quickly in one breath. Ireland. Oh, okay. Right, well, to put it simply, she tried to show me the magic and everything growing up. At least my father wasn't poking around. Sometimes I get the feeling they weren't just fairy tales. Especially after what I told you before. There's a power. Sometimes I can feel it running through the grass when I lay on it. I have these dreams of another me, another place. When I'm there, I swear I can see the trees bend to talk to each other like people do. I parted a river with a staff as I was Moses himself. Sometimes the me from that dream stays behind after I wake up. Do you ever just wake up around or in the middle doing something like when you got there? Yes, all the time. It scares the hell out of me. Ken looks at me with a genuine smile in the light of the setting sun catching his golden eyes. Me too, but we're not alone now. Just hope I don't jinx you. I may believe in magic, but not dumb stereotypes. Yeah, right. Your heavy footsteps behind us look up to see Jesse stand over us, a goofy smile on his face. Colt's next to him, holding the rest of Ken and I's clothes. Well now, so nice to see you getting along. Well, yeah, for now. But walks over behind Jesse's back and gets me on my feet, dusting grass off my pants. Come on, we'll get some dinner before we hit the road again. Ken gets up with a groan, snatching his jacket out of the Martin's hands. Where at? Stomach growls loudly and I realize I'm eaten in almost a day at this point. Yeah, where at? He looks disgusted at me repeating Ken's mannerisms and clears his throat. There's a diner a few miles up in Shamrock. It'll be our last stop before crossing the border in Oklahoma. Still can't believe there's a whole town named after that. Yeah, almost sounds like a theme park. It's barely on the map, but it's on Route 44, so the closest option without taking a detour. Works for me, now let's go, I'm starved. We head back to the bikes and hit the road once again. This time Ken rides a little closer, still taking up the rear. Diner's a great choice, especially for a mixed group like this. I have no idea if Ken's bratty behavior extends to his taste in food, but I want to avoid stressing him out. You're a babysitter now. Congratulations. Shush. Tiny signs of life start to dart by as we approach the outskirts of the town. Sheds, farmhouses, even a few modest dwellings. Eventually reach the parking lot for the diner and pull in. Does this place have a drive-thru? This ain't a McDonald's, kid. What's McDonald's? Some fast food joint that opened a few years ago. People started seeing them pop everywhere along the roads. Tiny wafer-thin burgers, zero nutrition. You have Candy concerned looking, he just shrugs. What? It's cheap. Not exactly employed right now. Me neither. Oh, fuck. One dig through it desperately. It's empty. Jesse and caught laughing awkwardly. So... Just this once, only 'cause you two are youngins. Breaks my heart to see kids eating like crap when their bodies are still growing. Colt rolls his eyes and punches my shoulder. I'm 30 and he still says the same thing to me. Don't worry, he's just an old codger. The oldie's charred. Now come on, let's get some grub. What time period is this in? As we head back, I hear the sound of people coming from inside, in between muffled notes of music. I'm guessing the 50s, though. Ken slows his walk, looking around nervously. Ken? You know, I saw those diners that the girls bring the food to your car on roller skates. Eh? Maybe there's something like that. I'd rather just stay out here. Jesse notices. We stop and scoops us up in his arm, pushing us through the front door. Nonsense. In this family, at the table. Family? He's taking the folly a little too literally, I think. Oh yeah, definitely the 50s. Definitely the 50s. Christ. Oh boy. We crowd by the front and wait to get seated. Curious, I peek over Jesse's shoulder to see what sort of place this was. Whoa, this is spiffy. Oh, shiny everything is, and the colors are great too. Things back home seem so drab in comparison. Thought there was live music playing, but suddenly I see a bright lit jukebox in the corner. Almost sounds like the blues, but a little more soulless. Like the way he took the music we sing at church, the dogs run wild with it. Actually, a 10 sang just fine. Just nothing compared to how Simone interpreted the song. She felt it with her mind, body, and soul. We're greeted by our waitress, a Cocker Spaniel, who seems to be on the verge of tears at the end of every sentence. Yes, everything okay, ma'am? Jeez. She struggles to walk in even sensible hills. Leads us over to a booth. Score. Ken and Cole immediately dart over window seats, scoring into the skew in the booth at the same time. Their looks of elation quickly shift as they lock eyes and start growing disgusted at the possibility of being similar anyway. Boys. As he turns to me and nods their direction. Alright, great, choice is yours. Alright. Cautiously sliding next to Ken, hearing him suck his teeth in when our thighs touch. You just wanted to sit here so you didn't have to look at me. Oh no, I want to make sure you're alright. Oh, well, that's nice of you. Thanks. You're always nice, huh? I don't know about always. Sure thing, Boy Scout. Maybe you should give it a try. Who knows, it could pay off. Who, me? That is so not my thing, dude. Don't you get to decide what defines you, though? Doesn't always feel like it. It's past Colt's head to a baby staring over us from the next table. Ken clears his throat at the end, smiles while or should I say bares his fangs in a way he thinks is smiling. Bird's eyes glisten with tears. Shit. Although starts bawling her eyes out on their side and scoops her up, shaking her at us while simultaneously shushing and rocking the crying infant. Ken buries his face in the collar of his jacket and I try to stifle a giggle. Fuck you, man. Proud of you for trying. Anyway, what should I get? It's been a long time since I sat down somewhere to eat. What's your favorite meat? Wow. Fuck you. Yeah, no shit. What about you then? What are you eating? Probably just a burger. I'm not picky. Burger doesn't sound that bad. Wonder if they sell any good beer. Shh, not so loud. Just puzzled. Pardon? This place, you know, Cloverpin. Yes. Phew, okay then. Are you driving after this? Oh, no worries. I'm off. You cans to eat them. I'm trying until we find a place with a fridge. Cans? Yeah, there's not a tap. There's no point. Oh, right. Aren't you, like, barely of drinking age? What do you know about good beer? I know I'm gonna need a couple to be around you a lot. Be nice. So we're just gonna take her order, still sniffling after every word. Can we help you? She's feeling nervous, looking around as if this was some sort of prank. A single jet black tear rolls down her face. Oh dear, some powder will keep your mascara from running, no? Anyway, I think we're having burgers. And 1 tuna melt. 3 burgers and 1 tuna melt. Think we have enough waterworks for the night. Well, a Coke and a few cans of Miller for the road. There's her face, smearing the line of black across her cheek. Jesse gives her an exasperated look, gesturing to his graying muzzle. It's fine, here. He's already over a tiny plastic card. Carefully examines her, whistling, eyes wide. Yes, I'm an old sea dog. I'll just get a seltzer. And with a Coke, too. I'll have a Shirley Temple. Profound silence all across the table. I'll just stare. What? Nothing, just sounds a little fruity. Fuck you guys. You are explaining us to go if you're staring from across the room, sitting at the counter. Dabbling his sweaty forehead with a cloth and stealing glasses, looking on to give him a confused expression. Weird. You know that guy, Gray? Sure don't. Never seen him before in my life. Well, anyway, Oh my god, I want to fucking kill those dogs. Suddenly, a tiny bear bounces off Colt's forehead, landing in his water cup. Who did that? They stick from behind us. And turn around to see a group of teenagers in leather jackets. Fox is already preparing another ball and a dishing is ready to flick in our direction. Fucking kids. Really? You're gonna try to get away looking right at you? Representing that, and he shoots up, knocking the table loudly with his knee. Little shits! Laughter, fist bumping as the Fox watches on, smirking proudly. What? It's funny. Can we change tables? I don't see any more booze. Just keep her cool and be mature. Sits back down with a huff, arms crossed. They continue throwing papers for a while, but stop giving their actions. Soon our third comes and we chow down, me and Candy finishing our burgers in a matter of seconds. Ooh, boys, you fellas were hankering for some grub. Pardon, is about to pass out. Don't know what's not a good meal. Hey, do you want those fries? Yes. Can I? 1. Bruin sedulously grabs a fistful of fries, shoving them in his mouth. Ken! On a serious bad, those kids behind us. Kids! Tony just calls fucking kids! Brown's fussing. Must be Tony. Those are choice words coming from a couple of geezers. Ain't no geezer, twerp. What did you just say? Ken. He turns to face the flock, tightly gripping the fork. Why don't you and your little chums from nursery school run along and play hopscotch or something? Oh, you're gonna regret that, kitty. Is that a threat, greaseball? So he jumps across the table and pulls Ken back while I get in between him and the fox. Come on now, let's avoid causing any problems when we're in town. Guests here after all. Yeah, listen to Grandpa, kitty. Coco, pay the bill, we're leaving. Right. 2 steps ahead of ya, come on, guys. As long as cohort snapped to attention, scrubbing for the door, slaps some bills down on the counter, and gives us a final sneer before walking out. Silently, Ken really rolling his eyes at us. Rowdy again, that took restraint. Yeah, let's just pay the bill and get out of here. Jesse and Colt trot over to the front desk, and I get up to keep my eyes on the door as Ken exits after me. Just ignore him if he's still out there. I tap my shoulder and look around to see that sweaty gopher standing in front of me. With all due respect, sir, what are you doing here? Sir? What are you? Seen with ruffians of that nature. He's eyeing Colt in Jesse's direction. Julian, what is going on here? Think you have the wrong person, mister. Is this guy giving you trouble? I don't think so. Norway just grow wide in panic. We need to get out of here. Bastard! Oh boy. Restaurant goes quiet as everyone turns to look at us. They stare, faces judgmental and twisted. Ken, let's go. There's something wrong with this place. Nods and bolts for the door. I follow suit and grab Colt and Jesse arm in arm. Great, what are you? What's the rush, son? Someone called the cops and Ken, we have to hit the road. Colt looks nervously at Jesse. He nods, but he calmly walk out in the parking lot. I said get out my bike, motherfuckers! Uh-oh. Break away from the other two and speed towards the bike, only to see Ken surrounded by those punks from earlier. Tony sitting on top of Ken's bike, brandishing his switchblade. The other two canines had flanked Ken on either side. See, I was gonna let you guys all just warn him, but you kinda pissed me off, cat. Me and my boys don't take kindly to newbies coming to our town and bossing us around, especially on our own turf. Don't care. Get off my bike. Struck in the hole. Affectionately with the blunt side of the knife, I see Ken flinch every time the blade scrapes against it. I will. Say, you got good taste, cat. This like's a real beauty. It would be anything happen to it. Do it and die. Ken starts cackling, soon for the rest of the gang. Ken, what are we... Shut up, this is my problem. No, your boyfriend worried about you ain't that sweet. Shame the fat ass called the heat on you. Are we go all out? But I guess old Tony have to be satisfied with just stop doing. Don't. Yes. You're dead. Oh no, Ken. No. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. I lunge forward to stop and feel myself pulled back by strong arms. Jesse, stop! Ken, he's... I think he'll be alright. Huh? What the fuck? I peek over his bicep and see Ken throw one of the canines to the ground with one arm, holding the other by the neck with his other. Slams the first dog's head against the pavement and stomps on his chest, knocking the wind out of him. Working with both hands on the other one's neck, Tony jumps on top of the bike, flailing his knife wildly. Watch out! Without hesitation, knocks the dog and Tony skulls together, throwing the fox off of him. The knife falls to the floor and slides into a nearby car. Shit! Ken throws the dog against the car, breaking the window and sending shattered glass everywhere. When he falls to the ground, his hands instantly peppered by the tiny glass shards. He rolls onto his back, clutching them in pain as Ken stands over him. Fuck! Ken kicks him in the ribs a few times, a loud thumps echoing through the empty parking lot. Son, he's already beaten, that's enough. Ken ignores him. He sticks his boot under Tony and flips him over, his bloody limbs flailing like a dying bug. Please! It's enough when I say so! His arm away and stomps down on it, pinning to the ground. Jesus Christ. Ken! Tony tries to scrape him with their arm, but that too is pinned down. Ken is now standing on them with his entire body weight. Break the... Maybe. Brother son's sirens getting closer. Ken, stop, we have to go. Ken turns back to look at me, he looks almost disappointed. Shrugging, he turns back to look at Tony, his sniveling, tear-stained face with the fear of God in his eyes. Ken then crouches down, putting even more weight in Tony's wrists. He cries out, writhing and kicking like a child. You like damaging people's property, huh? You think that makes you a man? You're nothing! Final stomp. I hear a wet crack as the fox's right wrist is broken. Christ almighty! His cries turn into screams and I desperately try to break out of Jesse's grasp. Right, no, we can't get involved. I can't just sit here and watch this. I turn to look at Cole, who's been quiet this whole time. He's paralyzed, shivering in fear at the entire display. Colt, it broke just like that. You're a whip and focus back on Ken. He's pulled a knife of his own out of his jacket. See, I was gonna just let you off with a warning, but you kinda pissed me off. What are you... What's happening? Ken? Jesus, stop! So he finally releases me and runs over to Ken, pulling him off the kid. Ken doesn't protest, his face cold and emotionless. Now you're my property. Shh, what the fuck? Pull myself off the ground and sprint over to see the blood all over Tony's heaving body. A crude K had begun to be carved into it, the wound trailing down as Ken was pulled away. He lies on the ground panting, trying to clutch his chest with a broken wrist. His detached hand sways like a rock sitting in a bag of skin. My stomach lurches and I lean into a nearby car, feeling the world start to spin. What the fuck did we get ourselves into? Time's getting closer. We have to go now! Focus and see Colt already on his bike, motor revving. Just see nods and let's go. Ken run for his bike. I see limp towards Ken, who's breathing shakily. Ken, why? He's just a kid. See him squirming on the ground, clutching his chest and wince. So was I. Huh? Let's get out of here. Pulled me towards his bike and he throws a leg over, fishing the key out of his pocket. Are you sure? I realized this was a casual turn of events. Yes, now get the fuck back here. Need you with me. Okay. Thought we had an agreement. This is different. Who are you? Never mind, come on. Helps me up on hold into his hips, starts backing up, the wheels crunching over the broken glass below us. Take a final look back at the mutilated fox. He looks back at me, eyes red and full of tears. I mouth, I'm sorry, as he speed off into the night. What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy fucking shit. Okay, is there anything with, like, oh, there's something there now. Anyway, I'm just gonna go back into this and see what, like, stuff we have here now. Like, with fragments, okay, yeah, there's this stuff. This stuff is new, it looks like to me. She's gone. God damn it, she's really gone. That means F? Who's F? G, this is Gray. Sam told me he loved me today, behind that big magnolia tree. Didn't know what to say. God help me if anyone finds this. All I could think to say was thank you for telling me. I know that's not what he wanted to hear. Gave me a long hug and started crying. I wish I were dead. Grayson. Well, jeez. Oh, this is just something about, like, their apartment having rent due. Oof. What's this? Timeline. Okay, so Jesse, 1916. Colt isn't born until 1927. 1937, Ken is born. 1960. 1987. What, that. Okay, that's it, huh? Okay. Notes. Oh yeah, this is where you can, like, write notes. Yeah, anyway. Thanks for, watching this. I really don't know what to say, except that, this particular route seems to be going some dark places from the little that we've experienced of it. Like, wow. Um, fuck. I'm really not in the right mind of, like, whatever, you get. I'm not in the right mindset to get into what about this is, anyway, see ya.